Part two, as the judge requested to for me to go to LSU S and have myself looked at and see is anything wrong with me and such or whatsoever though. But they couldn't find anything wrong with me or whatsoever. And the judge, when I got back, the judge told me if I get in trouble, what I mean, if somebody is messing with me on just to get off around them and such and things like that, but it's just something that just the point was something that he knew of what was really going on, and it was those spells. It was those spells that people were putting on Norman Richardson or whatsoever, but he didn't really want to say what was really going on because that means that's what they were doing. They were doing back then, and that's how they were doing people and everything, and how they were doing and getting away with everything. It's just like that. So. I went on with what he said, and I was getting off around people whatsoever. But like I did, I started doing just a little bit of drinking, just a little bit of drinking whatsoever, and then I noticed that was not a good idea to drink a little bit or whatsoever. So I wound up just with they were steady throwing spills on me as I'm drinking a little bit and whatsoever, and that was not good. Later on, I was just hearing voices. It got so real bad on me hearing voices or whatever, and I had to go. I had to go or whatsoever. I had to go to the doctor. I didn't know. I mean, the voices were real beaming and beaming and beaming, and I was nervous and shaking and shaking. I was out of my head then. I was out of my head at that time, at that stage of my life or whatsoever. So I went up there and they pursued to put me on some medication. And as they put me on medication, I started to get a little bit better and started to calm down from the horror that I was in or whatsoever and everything. And I stayed with it. And later on, I applied. Things started going right with me a little bit or whatsoever, and I was able to find someone that would be with me or whatsoever, and she would continue that helped me get on my Social Security or whatsoever, and we laid down and we had a baby, and things would start to gel at that point. And as we started the jail at that point or whatsoever, and things stayed pretty good at that time, but didn't know that the spells was didn't go anywhere, and they was still bothering me and as such, and then wondering where in the world is these people doing that to me, and didn't know that whoever that was around me just kept those spells going because they were keeping me down and keeping me from prospering and stopping me from doing everything. Part three coming up.